I am extremely happy to invite another guest speaker, so you don't have to just listen to me. And we're going to talk about Greece. And I am telling you that this is a very special. Eva is joining us tonight from Greece, and she is live with us. Now, if you do the calculations, no matter where you are in the United States, I'm in Minneapolis. That is a 7, maybe 8 hour time difference now, Eva. So it is literally like 3:30 in the morning. I offered to record it. She wants to do it live. So please send us your questions through the chat. Let's take advantage of her being willing to be on with us. But we are going to tell you, hi, Eva. So great to see you. She is going to talk about her homeland of
Hi,
Greece.
Linda.
And you look fantastic, by the way, for it being the time that it is.
For 4 o'clock in the morning.
I know. So I'm going to turn it over to Eva. She's going to share with you her beautiful, beautiful country of Greece. They are a longtime partner of Peaks. She works with Eclectic Greece, and we use them for our on-the-ground things. She helps us, her team helps us do a lot of our itinerary, so we're making sure it's perfect for you, whether you're a couple or a family. And we send a lot of people there. We have it profiled for fall, because knowing that our radar for Europe and stuff is maybe a little bit further out, because we have a little ways to go to lift restrictions and stuff. It's not too early to plan, but we just can't go quite yet. So Eva, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you for joining us, and take it away.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good morning for some. A very warm welcome from my side too. I'm absolutely delighted to be here today, and thanks, Linda, for the invite. So my name is Eva, and I look after client relationships for Eclectic Greece, a very close partner for Peak Travel here in Athens. So today we're going to talk about 3 favorite destinations. So Greece is undoubtedly a very popular destination here, for US travelers, and easy to get to with 5 direct flights from the East Coast, and great connections to the middle of the country and the West Coast through European city airports. So today I will be sharing an itinerary that's very close to my heart. That's combining culture, history, tradition, sightseeing, cosmopolitan vibes, and it also works really well logistically. So we start the trip from Athens, or closing the trip from Athens. So that's the slide about the connectivity. So we start the trip from Athens to explore the magnificence of the capital, moving to Crete, which is one of the most authentic destinations in Greece and the largest island in Greece. And finishing off in the breathtaking island of Santorini, everybody's bucket list to watch the top sunset there, and not only. So Athens, we're starting with Athens. Athens has been the capital of Greece since 1834 and has totally transformed after the Olympic Games in 2004. It's perceived as a stop before guests head to the island, but the capital has so much to offer. So we definitely recommend a minimum of 2 or 3 days there. So the city is full of history. It's got an amazing food scene that it's even competing with Mykonos and Santorini fine dining. Numerous shopping districts, and it offers marvelous strolls at the neighborhoods of Plaka and Monastiraki, just underneath the rock of Acropolis. So one of our top suggested hotels there in the city center of Athens would be the King George, that enjoys wonderful views of the Acropolis, and on the left-hand side you'll see the Greek Parliament. As well as other hotel suggestions just very close to the key attractions. Most of the Greek islands are connected by air within a maximum of 50 minutes flight, and also connected through the main ports of the 3 main ports of Athens. So our clients will have a variety of private guided activities, such as the Athens City Tour that you see on your screen. This tour perfectly combines the city highlights, so the historic center, the Acropolis Rock, and the Acropolis Museum. So my favorite would be, though, the Athens food tour. I mean, people travel to Greece for the food, and this is an ode to the Greek cuisine, and we absolutely love recommending it to the clients. You definitely need not to eat anything before that. You will have to take 9 different stops and will last for about 4.5 hours. So you'll taste the best Greek souvlaki, the best olive oil, and the traditional phyllo pastry delicacies, and a variety of Greek culinary treasures. And you'll find a lot more about the Mediterranean diet and why it's so good for you. Now, an hour and a half away, away from Athens, you will meet the Poseidon temple in Sunio, which was built in 440 before Christ. Definitely the best sunset spot by the Athenian Riviera. So the ancient Greeks, especially the seamen, believed that the storms were signs of Poseidon's anger. And therefore, the Temple of Sunio was a sacred place where the sailors and the general population would come to offer animal sacrifices just to appease him and find favor. Another memorable experience to take while in Athens, and we've done it a lot with our clients, would be a dinner at a private dinner at the new museum of Acropolis. So you can privatize the museum after the operation finishes for the day around 7 o'clock. So you will have the opportunity to have a private guided tour of the museum, enjoying an exclusive meal under the Acropolis and next to the monuments that are dating back 25 centuries. So also, if you're really into history and you're in Athens, you can go to Delphi for a day. So it's an ideal day trip. 2.5 hours away. Some people choose to stay there. There are some 5-star options in the area. So Delphi was the major oracle which was consulted about important decisions throughout the ancient classical world. And it's today a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Moving to our next destination, Crete. Crete is the largest island in Greece, and it's definitely one of distinct culture and history. It's known for its delicious cuisine. It's a self-sufficient island, so it's got a very warm climate because, as you see on the map, it's very on the southern point of Greece. And it is a destination that can cover every taste. So basically, from a young couple's adventure to a honeymoon and a multi-generational family trip, it can please the most demanding clients. The Cretan landscape boasts a diverse range of natural beauty, and it's very popular for its unique custom, local celebrations that are connected to the religion. The Cretans are known for their generosity and their hospitality and their fantastic traditional dancing, which they perform with the traditional outfits as well. Very well connected to Athens, within 50 minutes to both Heraklion and Chania, west and east of the island. And then only 2.5 hours from Santorini by ferry, so that makes it an ideal itinerary. Now in Heraklion, which is on the east side of the island, on the right-hand side, as you see, you will find the beautiful Hotel of Amirandes, which is a Virtuoso property. So I've chosen Virtuoso properties all along. Built by a long sandy beach with a kids club. Linda, if you can just scroll on this next slide. So that's the Amirandes, built by the water, and it's a perfect destination for a family holiday. So while you're in Heraklion, in the area of Heraklion, you can explore, and you're really into history, you can explore the Knossos Palace, which is even older than the Acropolis. So it's going back to 1400 before Christ. So this is the place where the Western European civilization started from. So the Minoans made a significant contribution to the development of the Western European civilization. So it started from the Cretans, it moved up to Peloponnese, then to Athens, then to Rome, and then to the rest of the world. Then our next activity would be something that is really close to my heart, because my mom makes her own feta cheese every year. So I invite you all to come to my hometown when you visit Greece to do it together. So you will be able to visit a paddock where you will have the chance to milk the goats with a shepherd and participate in the traditional cheese making process. So right after that, we will introduce you to the Cretan traditional music. With live music and the local musical instruments. And then we will finish with a traditional Cretan meal, pairing it with Cretan wines. Further down on the east, you will find the small island of Agios Nikolaos, where you will see the Dios Cove Hotel, another Virtuoso property, just became Virtuoso this year. Agios Nikolaos has a really nice buzz with a lot of local restaurants and a quite vibrant nightlife, and it's very close to Alunda, where there's a variety of five-star properties. It used to be the holiday destination of the prime ministers back in the days in 90s and around 2000. And then next to that, you will be able to see Spinalonga, which is really associated on the next slide, associated with time of quarantine, which is very familiar word to all of us these days. So back in the 50s, it was used for the lepers to get treated and recover. Now today, Spinalonga is an open air museum, and it's a must-do activity while you're in the island. It's uninhabited, but it's a very popular day activity. So basically, you take the fishing boat and you cross over. It's only like 10 minutes. On the western side of Hania, on the western side of Crete, you will come across Hania, which is popular for the wild countryside and possibly the best beaches in the island. I have to say that Crete is popular for everything else, but the water is absolutely amazing. So Hania has been conquered by many different nations, such as the Arabs, the Ottomans, and the Venetians. And you will see mark of those differences in the architecture, such as the Hotel Casa Delfino that we definitely recommend in the city center. If you choose to stay in town, there is a lot of resorts just a few minutes away as well. So while you're in the area, you can explore the small traditional villages up the mountains and the stunning beaches that we mentioned earlier. But one of my favorite ones would be the Samaria Gorge, which is absolutely breathtaking. You really need to be fit to do that. It's 16 kilometers, is about, what is that, Linda, 11 miles or something. Yeah. It's the longest and most impressive limestone gorge in Europe. We have activities with shorter, hiking routes, such as 6 or 8 kilometers as well. Now, Crete is the biggest producer of olive oil in Greece and, dare I say, in Europe. So on this activity, the first stop would be a prototype, ecological prototype farm, cultivated by the 5th generation owners that promote the traditional way of organic olive oil production. Actually, my dad started picking up the olives today. And actually, we're in quarantine at the moment, so it's becoming a little bit challenging. It's okay, we'll get through that. So following this olive oil tasting, we will get to visit the old town of Rethymno. So now Rethymno is a small town between Hania and Iraklio. So it's equal distance from both cities. And it began a period of growth when the Venetian conquerors of the island decided to put an intermediate commercial stop between Hania and Iraklio. So today's old town, as you see it on the screen, it's entirely built by the Republic of Venice, and it's one of the best preserved towns in Crete. And one of the main reasons that people come to Greece, apart from the wonderful weather and the water, it's the food, of course. So in every destination, we have incorporated either a culinary walk or a food tour or a cooking class to cover every taste. So on this walk in Rethymno, you will get to, with our experienced private guide, you will take 7 different stops. So you will try the rustic cheeses and artisanal breads, and you will have a live demonstration from the last traditional phyllo master in Crete, who's actually producing the ultra thin pasty. And then you will line up for a traditional kaltsouni, which is a savory pie in Rethymno. Try raki. Raki is similar to ouzo, but a lot stronger. It actually feels like vodka. but the Cretans are really into their booze. So the next destination, that's a British probably coming out. The next destination would be Santorini, the most popular world destination for the sunset. So it's described as a destination for couples with breathtaking landscape featuring, as I said, the most popular sunset in Greece and in the world. And I'm sure you have seen pictures of the amazing Caldera cliffs, which are actually, the caldera is actually like this half moon that it's forming here on the map. And it's a result of a volcano eruption that happened on the 1500 before Christ. The most elegant part of Santorini would be Ia. So majority of the high-end properties would be in Ia, but then you have other properties in Imerovigli, for example. So Ia is great for shopping. It's got lots of restaurants, both casual and high-end. And actually it's the point where majority of the people would queue up for the famous sunset. We have a lot of hotel trusted partners in the island. So our top suggestion, we have a variety of those, but our top suggestion would be the Canavas Ia Hotel, the epitome that opened 2 years ago. So if you choose that, you will not have to squeeze with hundreds of other people trying to take picture of the sunset. So you will get to enjoy the sunset from the comfort of your suite or your villa. So you would mainly visit Santorini for the stunning views, the sunset, and the variety of activities. So one of the most popular activities would be a wine tour or a wine tasting tour. So despite Greece being not as popular as Italy and France, possibly due to the lack of effective marketing, I would say, because we've got an amazing wine production of excellent quality, Santorini is one of the top 3 wine regions in the country. So therefore is well known for the wine. So you will get to taste only Santorini wine while you're in there. So for the most active travelers, I would definitely recommend either a hiking tour or a biking tour. So I've done both of them with clients. The hiking was absolutely amazing, breathtaking views of the caldera. I was the last one to finish the hiking tour, I have to say. So if you're not as fit like me, you can do the biking tour with an automatic bike. So you can explore the smaller villages of Santorini. Then on the next slide, we've got one of our hotel partners actually, which is located in Imerovigli. Now Imerovigli sits on the highest point of Santorini. So it's actually like that. So it's looking down on the right-hand side to Ia and on the left-hand side to the main capital. So from there, you will have a private live cooking experience after you pick up the products from the vegetable garden, and you pair it with amazing Santorini wines. Now, for those who are not able to stay in Canavas Ia or in a hotel with direct sunset view, we will be happy to organize a private sunset sailing tour along with a nice dinner on board. And for some extra romance, we are able to organize this exclusive location for a private picnic sunset dinner. That's the next slide. Sorry, Linda. I'm trying to catch up with the time. A private picnic sunset dinner for a very special celebration or even a nice proposal. So that's organized by a very close hotel partner of ours. So before we close this presentation, I just wanted to mention quickly the product that we have in terms of villas. It's very much in demand this year and the next coming years. So our product team has worked over the years, and we have developed more than 200 villas in Greece across all islands. Santorini, Mykonos, Paros, and Crete would be the destinations where we would have a majority of our villas located. Now, Crete and Santorini having a longer season compared to the rest of the islands that can be visited even in November, where temperatures can remain around 75 to 85 Fahrenheit. So some of the services that we would be able to offer in a villa would be complimentary cook to order breakfast, daily housekeeping, complimentary transfers back and forth to the hotels. And in some cases, depending on the quality of the villas, I mean, the luxury of the villa, they can include a butler and an executive chef. I've got just 2 examples just to give you an idea of, you know, we have a variety. I mean, there is a wide range of villas starting from 1 bedroom going up to 10 bedrooms. So if you're interested, I'm sure Linda and the team would be more than happy to help you with that. And then in terms of private charters, Greece has more than 1,200 islands, and the number of inhabited islands is about 200. So we might not be very realistic here, but we feel that there is no better way to explore Greece, which is, you know, for us a paradise on earth. So especially this time around has been very popular. So we have a portfolio of 150 different types of private charters, from catamaran to motor sailors and motor yachts. So I have purposely put together a little itinerary just to showcase to you 9 different islands. So this is on the other side of Greece, the Ionian Sea. So that's between Greece and Italy. So it shows on the map that you can start from Athens, go through the Corinthian Canal, a couple of mainland locations before you reach the Ionian Islands. So you can go from Zakynthos to Kefalonia, even all the way up to Corfu. And basically you can see in 7 or 8 days, 9 different destinations. The reason that I put that forward is that the Ionian Sea is a lot calmer and less choppy in the summer months compared to the Aegean Sea. So it combines also the crystal blue water that you will see on the next pictures with the greenery, which to me is like, you know, my favorite combination compared to the Aegean Sea, which is a lot more dry, I would say, but you know, very cute still. So thank you so much, Linda, for the opportunity.
Of course, and I have to tell you that a client weighed in on the chat while you were saying that she's very impressed with your energy, considering it's 4 a.m. So
I don't take drugs. I drink occasionally. Not tonight.
You can tell me your secret later. So thank you, Eva. And I encourage people on chat. Eva will hang out with us for a few more minutes, and then we'll let her get back to bed. But type some things in the chat. I know we've had some people talk about that they've stayed at Cannabis and at King George and the several other properties. Somebody also weighed in that they loved the sunset at Poseidon, that it was amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so I think, you know, honestly, I put this up with Italy, where no matter if you've been or not, Greece is one of those places that going back to numerous times, there's just so much to do and see. Jim and I often say that we think Athens is an underrated city because sometimes people view it as an in and out. But, you know, with Eva's help, we often recommend that it's at least 2 nights, 3 if you can, because there is such great things to do there. So Eva, I'm going to just go through a final couple of slides, if you don't mind. And then please, people on the Zoom call, type your questions or comments in, and Eva will hang out with us and answer a few questions. Let me just wrap up. Quickly, a couple other ideas for autumn travel. Of course, the US Northeast, we talked about Maine, Cape Cod, obviously. Anything in the Northeast with the fall foliage and stuff is great. Banff, we profiled Banff last month. An amazing summer or fall destination up in Canada. Quebec City as well. If you can't get to Paris, Quebec City is as French as they come. It's a beautiful area and very accessible to us from the States. I just mentioned Italy. Again, we love places like Greece or in Italy in the fall, because you're off a little bit of the peak season. The weather is still good, but maybe a little less tourist saturation, if you will. And then of course, African safari, frankly, I could put that on any list. It is a year-round experience, and we would just help guide you on where to go and what makes sense depending on the seasonality and what you're looking to do. I'm going to launch a poll really quick, and I'm going to ask you, we've talked a lot tonight about your comfort level, and we just want to meet you where you're at. Can you please weigh in and check a box for us as to where are you at? You're feeling comfortable, you think you're going to get out in the next 3 to 6 months, or you may have your sights set a little bit further out. And some of you we might not be sure. We're kind of, some people are still in a wait and see, and that might depend on more testing or vaccine, or just to see how the next couple of weeks iron out, right? Good to see people weighing in. I'll give it just a couple more seconds and share the results. Right now, a lot of people are saying in the next 3 to 6 months, they're hoping to get out. 63% so far is saying that. I'm going to give it another minute or two and let you tell us when you're thinking you're going to feel confident. All right, I'm going to end it. So thank you to those of you. I'll share quickly what the results are. 59% of you feel like you will be comfortable going in the next. If you're in the Midwest, I know why that is. Mental health wise, we have to think about getting out of the snow. Otherwise, it's just, holiday travels coming up. Just please be safe, of course, and be responsible, but appreciate you weighing in on that. All right. And then finally, I'll reach out to some of you after this call or this week about Wanderlist. It's a great program that we have that lets you share with your friends and your travel companions and your family on ideas and dreams. It helps you collect them and share them with others. And it's free, easy to do. And we can kind of help you add things in there with experiences and destinations. It's a great little platform and free and easy. So I'll follow up with some of you about that later, or reach out to your peak travel designer if you want to be proactive. So that's what we've got. Thank you for hanging in there. And let's go to chat and see, Erin, you wanna come back in and let us know what questions might be out there?
Yeah, we can start with Dawn's question here because it's pretty standard. She is just asking how long you would recommend for a trip to Greece, and specifically the itinerary you outlined, how long that would take.
Oh, Eva, you're muted.
You are muted.
I'm okay now. So I would say a minimum of 2 nights in Athens. If you can do 3, absolutely. So you can take like day trips either on the northern part where I recommended Delphi, or in the southern part, which is Peloponnese. So if you do 3, that would be ideal. Another 3 for sure in Santorini. So 6 in total. And then with regards to Crete, because it's such a huge island and the distances are quite big. If you want to explore the east part, I would definitely say a minimum of 4 nights. If you want to explore the west part, another 4 nights. So if you want to do both, I would say around 7. But majority of the people wouldn't have the luxury of this length on a trip. So that would be based on probably 10 nights. That would be just perfect for 10 nights, comfortable.
Great.
Another question. I know we kind of talked about summer or fall as kind of good seasons to travel. If summer or fall was not an option for someone, is spring or even winter a good option, or does it depend where you go, or what do you think?
Is it for me?
Yeah, Eva.
Yes.
So Sorry, I didn't.
So, no, that's
sorry,
okay.
my friend Liz typed something, so I was watching her. Sorry about that.
No
Monitor the
problem.
chat
We were
for
just
us.
wondering about the feasibility of travel, not in summer or fall, which is when we generally think of Greece. Is spring and even winter, are those possible? or-
Okay. Winter would be possibly a no. I mean, you can definitely do destinations such as Athens. You can do the mainland of Greece. So if you're really a history buff, I would definitely say you can explore the birthplace of Alexander the Great in the northern part of Greece. You can do the Peloponnese, where the first capital of Greece is located, Nafplio, then where Olympia is located, where the Olympic Games started from. So there is a lot of places that you can see in the winter if you're not into the beach, right? So, you know, the hotels would be open and we would be able to offer, like, you know, these services in terms of the guided tours. I would say starting March 25th to end of March would be ideal up until mid-November for those who want to have, like, you know, really comfortable holiday. So they can have the opportunity to swim and get, like, you know, the really nice weather. I mean, the sun is shining in Athens, for example, 300 days a year. So you will definitely get a decent weather throughout the year. It's just a matter of what you're after. I mean, we are not, I mean, people understand that, you know, Greece is, you know, summer, like, you know, all year round. I mean, we have a proper winter. We have 4 seasons, but we have a proper winter. We get the snow as well in some places. But, you know, we just decided with Linda to push it towards, like, you know, autumn to have a lot more confidence that we'll come back to some sort of reality. But yeah, end of March moving forward, anytime.
Eva, would you talk just a little bit about how you work with us on customizing itineraries? Because you were only able to share one sample itinerary, but I know Liz and I and others on our team have had clients on Mykonos and Paxos and Naxos and other islands. Can you tell us just about the process we go together to help clients, you know, find what's right with them, for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you guys reach out to us, you always give us a little bit of a profile and you know, the requirements of your client, where they've been, what they've done before. I mean, we all understand in the team that the clients are very well traveled, and that's a conversation that I had actually this morning, that a lot of people want, you know, this type of client, the American client, but not everybody is in a position to service them. I mean, we're very fortunate in the team that we have people who lived abroad, that traveled the world, so they are very open-minded and eclectic. 90% of our business comes from the US, so we're very much understanding the culture and the expectation, and we put forward specific destinations. I mean, when I talk to people, I say we proactively push forward specific destinations, and what I mean by that, we need to be 100% confident that what we suggest fits in with our aspiration as a company to what we would like to offer to our high-end travelers. Now, so when you reach out to us, we have a lot of back and forth conversations, either by email. We also connect on calls and Zoom calls these days to give you guidance. Of course, we encourage a lot of times, depending on the client, a 3-way call, just when it's a complex itinerary, just to for the clients to listen, the end customer to listen to the information firsthand. And then we start building from there. I mean, there is no packaged itineraries for us. Everything is tailor-made. So, you know, if we don't have something, we will make something out of that. We have the flexibility, we have the resources, we have the capacity in the team to deliver that. And it's not just the eclectic team. I mean, we're part of the biggest, and thanks for giving me the opportunity, Linda. We're part of one of the biggest travel companies in Greece at the moment, still family owned. That helps us a lot with decision making and flexibility these days.
Yeah, we appreciate that. I mean, it is, and just for those, and then we'll wrap up here, but one more comment for Eva to emphasize her point is, as in Peak Style too, we custom design pretty much most trips, right? And because for me alone, and I do probably the fewest trips as an owner from my designers, is I had a group of 23 students who were coming as part of their history class, Greek mythology and Greek history. I had a couple who was celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary, and I had a family of 9 that had kids ranged from 8 to 18. So Eva's team helped customize. Each one looked a lot different, and where we hit and what we did. So that's why we ask you a lot of questions as our clients, and because Eva, if we don't ask them, she's going to ask them of us anyway. So we appreciate that.
There is a comment, Linda, about Milos and Naxos.
Yeah, Erin wrote that she had clients that she had.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Milos is a very popular destination. It's been popular.